Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the 2011 Skoda Laura and this one is modified like crazy. This car belongs to Jashan and he says it puts out around 300 plus horsepower at the crank. So you're going to open the engine bay with one hand. That's going to be a bit of a task, but Faisal, you have to manage this right now. No, I will not. So let's keep the phone on the ground at the moment, and then there we go, and there it is. Okay, there are a lot of changes here. First and foremost, you can see this Piper Cross carbon fiber air filter housing, and this cover thingy. I mean, it comes from the Audi R8, and there's this. I mean, so many changes inside this car. It's absolutely crazy because the real magic is under the hood, of course. The lights have been updated, but we'll talk about the engine when we're driving this car. So let me just shut this for a moment. Yeah, that's shut. Now the bumper comes from the VRS and it kind of looks sporty, of course. And this is actually the DRL, which lights up when you turn on the car, of course. This is a facelifted model. That's why it has this sort of a light. Meanwhile, it's kind of a sleeper, but it's not because the wheels are massive. These are 17-inch wheels with Lenso wheels, like Lenso alloy wheels on this car. The tire size happens to be a 225/45/17, and it has got D2 brake calipers, 6-piston and updated brakes. Of course, it needs updated brakes because of all that power being put down. Coming to the rear of the car, again kind of sleeper, but it says turbo right there. There is a sort of a lip spoiler treatment, but you know, when you see the exhaust, which is a Bola unit, you know that this car means serious business. Okay, if he tunes it, it's actually going to put out flames as well, but that's going to lose performance, of course. There's a camera which has been put here, and the boot is massive. Yeah, look at the boot. It's so big that you decided to make a house here of bottles. Anyways, let's just shut this because this car is not about the practicality, but it was a very practical car. It also has this L stickering, which stands for okay, let's not get there. Anyways, let's open the rear door. There's decent amount of space on offer. He's updated the seat covers with this yellow stitching to match the exterior of the car, and it looks very nice indeed. In fact, he's done it here also on the door pads. But I think I've already made a video on Nurin's Laura, so let's just not focus too much on how the car is because we know it's a fantastic car in its time. I like how this store space here, and then let's move this all the way behind. Gear lever gets this beautiful yellow sort of a stitching as well, and there's updated trim on the dashboard as well, which also looks quite nice. In fact, you can see this has been changed to nice yellow stitching. Seats are very comfortable. They look really nice as well, and you know what, updated pedals as well. Okay, I think the brake pedal is stronger now so that you can brake hard and stop the car because it has so much punch. Let's do one thing. Let's turn on the vehicle, which means it'll roll to life. Hazard off, air conditioning off. That's kind of a sequence. Ho! Shows the VW logo here. Take that, Skoda. Okay, let's turn on the car and it's kind of roaring to life. Okay, this has got an Android-based system. Nice big touchscreen, of course, and it's going to take so much time to load, so we're not going to get into it. Let's rev the motor. The sound of the blow-off valve is so amazing. Like, okay, lift off. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Showing me Google Maps. Let's do one thing. Let's start driving right away. Alright, we're all set to go, which means turning on the car. There's a technique to it before I break the key again. Yeah, that rose to life immediately. VW logo tells you who's the boss. And straight away into first gear. Oh my god, the gearbox is really hard and stiff. The clutch is also on the heavier side, and as soon as I get going, I can feel that the car is having, I don't know, a heaviness to it. Maybe that's because of the exhaust. Now, air conditioning is off. Obviously, the owner has told me don't turn off traction control because when you do, the car is going to skip, and don't also launch it because when you do, the clutch will blow off because of so much power and torque being going through the front wheels, of course. But we can give it the bananas or the beats. Oh my god, every time I lift off, that sound is amazing. Okay, that is just like so soulful. So this is a car you can't really drive aram se because it just wants to be pushed really hard and fast every time. Oh my god, I've already reached almost 100 kilometers per hour. That's a level of grunt on offer. Steering is fine. It doesn't feel that great, to be honest. It has this lackluster feel in the center position, and the ride is crazy stiff. In fact, I've been told that with a full load and luggage, this car bottoms out and there's absolutely no space between the body and the wheel. That is another issue. And then over speed breakers, you have to be a bit careful. I wish the gearbox was a bit more intuitive to use, or rather more engaging. Here it's on the stiffer side, and every time I'm lifting out, that sound is coming. Brakes are kind of strong, which is actually a reassuring thing. Oh my goodness, traction control light is almost always linking thoda sa throttle. I'm not yet even on 100% throttle. I'm more like maybe around say 60, 70, 80% throttle. And then, you know what? A Laura of this age should set you back by around 4 to 5 lakhs maybe, or maybe even lesser, 120 TSI. And then to modify it, you might take around 2-3 lakhs. And then for around 8-10 lakh rupees, you can get an absolute monster of a beast. Only thing is, if things go wrong, you know, cost of getting parts for this car could be a bit on the expensive side. I've just turned on the light so you can see better. Handling is actually quite nice. Yeah, it's actually very nice, and steering is having this heavy feel throughout. Like, it doesn't ever have that lightness to it. It's always heavy. So my goodness. Okay, we're gonna come to a halt. Brakes are actually, yeah, it's actually having very decent brakes. Okay, into first gear, hazard light off, and off we go. I'm not going to just immediately give it the bananas. Oh my god, it wheel spins at around 5000 RPM. Almost 7000 RPM. Freaking, the performance is crazy. This car can't handle all that power. That's the reason it's going right, left and center. It's all over the place. Absolute crazy current, but somehow it's kind of silent. It's not making the kind of sound I would have expected. Yeah, the horn is fine, although that car was diving here, so I had to use it. So here we are into first gear. We're going to launch it बहुत ही प्यार से, revving the motor, and off we go. In first, 6.5 in second. First gear is doing almost 7000 RPM. It has a forged blow-off valve. You can hear it every time on the throttle. Okay, it's a stage tune, rather stage 3 map, which means that it has an updated turbocharger, it has an updated intercooler. Output numbers at the crank between 310 to 350 horsepower. On the wheels, you should get around 280 horsepower, and torque output is around 470 Newton meters, somewhere around that. The result is that it should go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 5.5-6 seconds. It all depends if you're able to put all that power down, which makes it faster than even the Octavia RS. Makes it absolutely bonkers quick. Yeah, this engine is so freaking amazing. It's like next level. Trust me on this. It's so silent otherwise. Okay, here we're going to make a quick U-turn to keep the revs up a bit. Some amount of effort onto the throttle. I was just going to say, this car does not wheel spin, but it does. Absolute maddening. And then you have to hold on for dear life with the steering wheel because it's going right, left, center. It's all over the place. Stops really nicely though. Alright, into first gear, hazard light off, revving the motor. Little easy on it, and bonkers, absolute crazy performance. In fact, I noticed that the tachometer now is in a weird direction only. It doesn't really manage to keep up with the way the engine is spinning. From around 5000 to 6.5, it goes absolutely crazy speed, but overall it's not pulling or revving that fast, but the engine is absolutely going bonkers. And oh, by the way, it's running Bliston B12 suspension, e-back springs. There's so many mods on this car, I can't even remember the list. It's absolutely crazy the amount of mods which have been done to this car to make it so fast and handle so well. Only thing is the steering is not able to keep up with the kind of torque steer which is coming. We're going to stop here, hazard lights onto the left side, as left as we can, and yeah, into first gear, and we'll take it off slowly, hazard light off, and now bonkers. Traction control light is completely blinking all the time. Now it has got EBC rotors and pads. It also got an 8-pot caliper. I was saying 6 earlier, it's actually 8. But this car is all about crazy acceleration. It's amazing. So when LSD has been installed, that's the reason it's able to put some of that power down, and I've stalled it disappointingly. And people are going to honk to glory. Guys, I'm going to stall again maybe. Yeah, but my question is, what's the point of so much power if you can't put it all down? That's what I wonder, why people buy this Octavia RS245 and then go stage 2, stage 3 and all. How is he going to put all that power down in his front wheel drive? That's a big issue as such. That's the reason why Audi is doing only Quattro for more powerful cars, because with front wheel drive you can't put that power down. With rear wheel drive you're going to slide all over the place, but then traction control takes care of a lot of things. Here also traction control is like almost always saving your life. I don't know what she was doing, but she didn't even notice I'm coming. Like, that's the kind of swag people have, but that's actually a good thing. Now I'm going to try and lift it in second. Let's see how does it do. Okay, turbo lag is there, of course, and then turbo spools up around. Oh my god, and when it does, oh my god. This car will just make you laugh all throughout. That is the kind of grunt it has. Absolutely. I know I said absolutely so many times, but I don't know what term to describe this beast. It's like a car. I don't know. It's like a forbidden fruit. You have all that power, you can't put it down. So you're like wondering, what do I do? So you're like, I'm going to enjoy the small happiness which I get of, maybe pulling in gear. Oh my god, the torque steer is insane. Trust me on this. The torque steer is so much. Now you're turning, the car is going straight. So yeah, it's not able to put all that power down, and on that disappointment it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's the like button. Okay, listen to this. I'm in lost for words. I don't know how to describe this car. Like I told you, it's the forbidden fruit. Bye bye.